Alright, so here I am from theheal.com, and they have a article here. By the way, the Dow's down over 400 as I'm talking. Anyways, it says here third-party bids by Ron Paul and Bloomberg could garner sizable support. A third-party bid by Ron Paul, we'll just ignore Bloomberg, could seriously disrupt, I don't know what they mean by disrupt, the 2012 presidential election. A new poll from NBC and the Wall Street Journal says Paul would earn the support of 18% of voters in a three-way race with President Obama and Mitt Romney, according to the poll, with Romney earning 32% and Obama receiving 44%. That 18% exceeds the 8% that Paul earned in the last poll of Republicans by Gallup, showing some of the crossover appeal to independents and Democrats of the Libertarian Texas congressman. Paul mounted a third-party bid in 1988, but has said so far that he didn't anticipate running if he does not win the Republican nomination. So this is something I've talked about before on my channel, at least I think I have, and that is that when you poll Ron in just the GOP, he's not going to do as good if you poll him on a nationwide basis, because he's going to pull from Republicans, and he's going to pull from Democrats and independents, especially independents. And that's kind of why he struggles in the GOP. The fascinating thing, I think, is I wonder if he wouldn't get about 8% among the Democrats. So people keep acting like this is going to hurt Republicans. Well, not necessarily. It will hurt Republicans, but it'll also hurt the Democrats. Now, his anti-wariness and his defense of civil liberties will attract Democrats. The fact that Obama hasn't brought our troops home, and they're not really coming home from Iraq, as we're now starting to find out. They're just preparing for another war with Iran. He's continued the warmongering, civil liberty violations has continued under Obama. So any true progressives who are actually against those things would give Ron Paul a serious look. And then one of the things that you can like about Ron Paul as a progressive is that if you disagree with him on something, it doesn't really matter, because all he would be is president. And so the one thing he can do as president, and he's said this before, is that he can bring our troops home. And outside of that, he has to work with Congress to get almost everything else done, outside of something that was done through the signing statement. I totally forgot the phrase for that. So, I think he's a guy who's going to say no more than yes. 90+% of the time he's going to say no to whatever Congress wants to do, unless it's cutting spending and trying to reduce the tax burden on all citizens, not just the rich or the lower class or the middle class. Although really, a lot of times the truly rich don't end up paying any taxes because of loopholes, and then the poor don't pay any taxes because of, they're poor. So really the middle class is the only one that ends up paying taxes. Not that it really matters, because the middle class probably deserves a lot of what they get. Just kind of a little update of what's going on here. I thought it was an interesting poll to see that. I would be curious to know a little bit more about who they polled and all that stuff, but it doesn't really matter. Because the reason I say that is because I'm still trying to figure out why Obama would be receiving 44 to 32 over Romney on a national poll. And, the 18% for Ron Paul, no one has any idea where that's going to come from. Because one of the problems with Paul is he doesn't compete with anyone else, really. I mean, once you become a Paul supporter, you're not interested in Romney or Obama, typically. I mean, I can't see why someone would be like, I can't really decide. I kind of like Paul, but I also like Obama. I mean, if that happens, just shoot me now. So, anyways, that's it. See ya.